What's going on, guys and gals? My name is Shadox and this video is powered by EA Game Changers. Al-Sundan is set to be released next week on June 27th, and this expansive map is set in the North African desert and is possibly one of the best combined arms maps I've seen for Battlefield 5. It's very reminiscent of past maps like Golmud Railway, Sinai Desert, and Caspian Border. I got the chance to get hands-on with the map at EA Play, and so today I want to share 5 tips that you should know to be more effective on the map when Al-Sundan drops at the start of the 4th chapter in Tides of War. Without wasting any time, let's get right into the first tip. The 2 most important flags on the map are not the central objectives. Rather, they are the 2 flags located at the opposite ends of the map, Alpha and Foxtrot. Why, you may ask? The answer is the vehicle assets given to the team that control these flags. Alpha is located on the airfield and will give the controlling team an additional 2 airplane spawns. Foxtrot, located near the wetlands, has access to 2 tank spawns. These 2 flags can easily turn the tide of the match in favor of whoever is controlling these 2 flags, allowing them to have superiority both in the air and on the ground. And even though on the map it appears that these objective areas are located right next to the team spawns, they are still a bit of a journey away, and this gives you time to capture the objective before enemies can arrive for a counterattack. The wetlands in the south is the best way to get to either of these 2 objectives, as there aren't any objectives on this part of the map, so you should be able to take a transport vehicle there with little to no resistance. Trying to make the trek on foot will take a significant amount of time, as it is nearly a kilometer between the 2 objectives. You would think that with how open the map is, that the best anti-tank weapon would be something with a bit of range, like the Panzerfaust or the Piat. But consider this, outside of the wetlands, most heavy armor will be forced to follow the roads throughout the map, as the terrain makes navigation impossible for some vehicles. Use this to your advantage and place AT mines in key points and intersections on the roads. You'll be surprised at how many drivers simply don't watch the road right in front of them. Maintaining vehicle supremacy is vital to the success of this map. There are 5 key areas that you should mine to be the most effective. The airfield to catch enemy aircraft taking off, the vehicle depot at F flag to destroy the new tank spawns, the high roads in and out of Charlie flag, as transport vehicles will typically take this route, and around Delta flag. It's a central area with elevation that makes it irresistible to tank snipers. Depending on the vehicle type, you will need between 2 and 3 mines per vehicle kill. Remember, you can place up to 6 as an infantry. Place down your 3 at first, resupply, and then go to another area to fortify it. Try to hide your mines in areas with foliage, shadows, or small dips in the terrain to keep your mines as hidden as possible. Shutting down these lanes for vehicles is a great way to keep the enemy team at bay and allow you and your team to control the map with impunity. For infantry players, you will most likely be spending the majority of your time on the middle 4 flags, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, and Echo. Movement between these flags can be a bit tricky, with snipers picking at you from long range and vehicles being able to see and shoot from miles away. The safest lanes for you to take in and out of Charlie are the upper roads here. Between Bravo and Charlie, the terrain rolls up and down, allowing you to stay out of sight and out of mind. Charlie to Echo is a bit trickier. The high road will keep you out of sight for the most part, but you will be forced down the hill and across the bridge to get onto Echo flag. Thankfully, Echo is surrounded by a steep valley that is nearly impossible for tanks to drive on, and offers a lot of cover and concealment with the vegetation. Most of the infantry on this map will be moving along these roads, so be prepared for a fight. And remember, there aren't many supply points in between objectives, so having a support nearby is vital. Part of being a good player is picking the right kit for the job, and this includes your gadgets. For the recon players out there, which do you think is more effective? A spotting flare that's really only useful on one objective, Charlie, or being able to spot vehicles and players from long distances and have them marked on the map for your team? The spotting scope is one of the best gadgets to use on this map for obvious reasons. Al-Sundan hinges on a team's ability to work with a combined arms scenario. The infantry must be able to support the tanks support the infantry, and the aircraft deal with heavy targets for both. Marking an enemy vehicle on the map will make it far easier for your tanks and aircraft to deal with the enemy armor. And hey, it gives you points too, so why not use it? The last tip for Al-Sundan is pretty simple. It's a big map. Don't walk if you don't have to. There are plenty of transport vehicles scattered across the map. Use them. Not only will this make the game more enjoyable since you aren't running for what feels like an eternity, but you'll also be helping out your team by acting as a mobile spawn point, and you'll be able to reach the objectives far quicker, meaning that you can attack an enemy objective sooner or defend one of your own. The water to the south of Delta is shallow enough to drive any vehicle through, so don't worry about the water. Speed is key to winning on this map, and hiking it on foot is the slowest way to get around. And that's it. I had a surprising amount of fun playing on this map, and I hope you do too. Remember, Al-Sundan releases next week on June 27th to kick off the start of the 4th chapter of Tides of War. I want to thank EA for giving me the opportunity to capture some of this footage for you guys, and I'll be releasing the rest of my raw gameplay tomorrow so you can get as much information about the new maps as possible. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Shadox, and I hope to see you on the battlefield.